What is going on out there, world? It's your boy Tommy on the spot for Watchalong Wrestling. Hopefully everyone is doing well and staying safe out there. It's been a long time since I've been here with, I guess, something regular to look forward to. I've been doing videos here and there, but I've been telling you guys about how excited I am about the WWE's return to live touring and how I wanted to do some more regular material here on the channel, and that all starts here today. On the other line, I have my good friend here, Steve, who's been on the channel before. How's it going today, Steve?
It's going well. We actually just started our summer break and everything, so we're living it up down here in Florida.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, Steve does have the summer off, and so with him having the summer off and having a little more time, we've decided that we are going to bring a bit of a series here to Watchalong Wrestling and bring back the Watchalong factor of Watchalong Wrestling, as each and every week we are going to go back and watch Season 1 of WWE Tough Enough, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, me too. Even just I kind of started watching the first 30 seconds of the first episode, and I'm already getting all of the nostalgia from that little intro package that they do at the beginning and everything. So I can't wait for this. This is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, it kind of all came to fruition back in, I think it was November, when WWE had Maven on the bump. Maven was on the bump. I think it was in relation to Undertaker's retirement, and they were bringing a couple of his famous opponents on. They announced he was there talking about, obviously, the time at Royal Rumble 2002 when he eliminates Undertaker, and then Undertaker just completely obliterates him. And really the reason he was a part of that was to promote, obviously, Tough Enough 2 starting up. So you and I started chatting about, do you remember Tough Enough? Tough Enough was so much fun. And I think I said, yeah, I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch all the old episodes of Tough Enough. This was obviously before WWE Network came to Peacock. And you said, we should rewatch that episode, those episodes of Tough Enough. And I immediately, you can't give me a nugget like that. I just immediately started thinking, this would be great. We can do this, we can do that. And then that's kind of how this whole thing came to be.
Yeah, and I mean, also, I think it's mostly also because the time that it came out, 2004, around that is peak wrestling for I think both of us, really, because that's, later in high school for both of us and that kind of thing. So we were going to a lot of shows, we were doing a lot of wrestling stuff, all of that. So I think combining that with rewatching the show and everything, I think it's going to bring back a lot of those memories.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, we'll also throw in some bonus episodes, some bonus content along the way, but I think our plan is to do this every summer, kind of go through each one of the seasons of Tough Enough. This first season was actually 2001. So it's actually even earlier than we became friends. We started becoming, I think we knew of each other for many years.
We knew of each other,
but I think we started becoming friends really in 2003, I want to say. Does that sound about right? 2003? Was it 2002 or 2003?
I'm trying to think now. It was somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was looking at? I was looking at when I was looking up a little bit of the background and stuff, I was looking up when Nydia and Maven were released. So that's where those years stuck out. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah. It's funny because in 2004, that series of Tough Enough was a one-off. They did little bits and pieces of it just on SmackDown, and I'll never forget. We went to we'll retell this story in a few years, but we went to a independent show together where Al Snow was in the main event, and he brought the final 5 or 6 guys that were a part of that Tough Enough, and they sat up on the stage right next to us watching the show, and we were losing our minds because it was The Miz was there and whatever jabrones other than him that were. I think Ryback was a part of it, but what other people were a part of that series? So 2004 is definitely when we're at our peak of going to so many different shows for the first time in the middle of the night. We're really first discovering, I think, independent wrestling shows and traveling to different states for them and ridiculous, unnecessary shows to go to, but we were doing it all the time.
Yeah, going to Brooklyn, one that would end at 3 a.m., watching one in a firehouse and really random ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, for me, this 2001, I'm doing the whole basement wrestling thing, but I started that in 2000. But it really picks up with Tough Enough, because for the first time with Tough Enough, they're really showing you how everything is done. They're all the different tricks and the traits and everything else, the back bumps and everything. So little kid me here, who's just starting high school, I remember going and buying a mattress from BJ's and bringing it into my house and just trying to do back bumps with each one of these episodes. I'd record them and I'd try to do back bumps. And of course, it was my goal at the time. I'm going to be a wrestler. So I love this show. This show for me is going to be fun to go back and rewatch and go through this year. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Can't wait.
So we're going to get going with this and started next week, next Monday. We're going to bring this out every Monday here on the channel. Monday's a good day. I feel like sometimes Monday can be a little bit of a downer for those folks here like myself who are still going to work each and every day here dog days of summer where you got to go. And not to mention, if you're anything like myself, as WWE starts to ramp up this return schedule here and you get excited for Raw every Monday, sometimes you want a little something to get started before Raw begins. So hopefully this will find you guys there. And hopefully it'll be interactive as well. If you guys do have any memories of these shows at Tough Enough, make sure you leave them in the comment section, and we'll read whatever feedback we do get on the shows in the later weeks. So does that sound good, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we will see you guys next week and every week thereafter throughout the summer, really all the way through Labor Day, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we will see you guys next week with the start of Tough Enough Season 1.